applying for a school place for residents of Luton. We hope that this short video will assist you with the process of applying for your child's school place. Starting school or moving on to junior or high school is a really important time for your child. You must apply for a school place the school year before they are due to start school. You can check if your child is the right age for an application by visiting our website luton.gov.uk/school-admissions. Make sure you're ready to make your application by reading the How to Apply for a School Place guide. When looking at the guide, you will be able to see how places were allocated to schools in the previous year, and you will be able to gauge your chance of success at your preferred schools. Ensure you name 3 different schools on your application. Consider adding your child's catchment area school as one of your preferences. If you don't, your child may not be offered their catchment area school if unsuccessful with your preferred schools. Allocation. Make sure you understand how places are allocated before selecting your preferences. Don't forget to visit schools with your child. If applying for high school, don't forget to attend the open evenings. The dates of high school open evenings can be found in the How to Apply guide and in the letter to you from school admissions. Finally, make sure that you submit your application before the closing date. Take your time, visit schools and read all the information provided. Remember to attend the high school open evenings. A representative from the Council's Access to Education team will be available at the majority of high school open evenings to answer any questions you may have on how to apply for your child's school place. Applications are not first come, first served. As long as you apply before the closing date, your application will be considered in the first round of allocations. Late applications, however, are not processed until after the offer date, and therefore they have a significantly reduced chance of success because most school places across the town will have been offered to families who applied before the 31st of October. If you live in Luton and pay council tax to Luton, you must apply through Luton Council School Admissions. You can include schools outside of Luton in your application, but please note, if you are applying for schools outside of Luton, you must provide any of the additional documents or supporting information directly to the relevant local authority and/or the school that you are applying for. Documentation sent to Luton's admissions team will not be forwarded on to the relevant local authority and/or school. Go to the school admissions webpage luton.gov.uk/school-admissions. Before you apply, you must read the How to Apply for a School Place guide. And the guide can be found on the school admissions webpage. It provides detailed information on the Luton school admissions process, how school places are allocated, and factors to consider when making your application. Consider specifying your child's catchment area school as one of your preferences, as applications are only processed for schools you name as a preference on your application. You can look up your catchment area school on the school admissions webpage or by contacting the admissions helpline. Applying for your catchment area school does not guarantee your child a place at that school, as some schools have more applications from within the catchment area than places available. Each year, most schools have more applications than they have places. To allocate places fairly, each school has an admissions oversubscription criteria. The criteria are applied in rank order, separately and sequentially. A pupil is not given priority if they meet more than one criteria. This criteria is what is used to allocate places. It is set by each school and can be found in the guide. Schools have different admissions criteria, so you should check the criteria of your preferred schools before applying. Common admissions criteria include children in the catchment area, children in the catchment area with siblings at the school who will still be attending the school at the proposed date of admission for the child you are applying for, children who live outside of the catchment area with siblings at the school who will still be attending the school at the proposed date of admission, children living closest to the school measured on straight line distance. Pupil's home address is calculated from the address where the child lives majority of the school week, i.e. Monday to Friday including nights, with his or her parent or legal guardian. Proof of address may be required to avoid fraudulent applications. Make use of all of your 3 preferences and apply for 3 different schools in the order of your preference. Remember, you can only express your preference. You are not guaranteed to get your preferred schools, and applying for only one school does not make it more likely that your child will be offered a place at that school. Your child will be offered a school place in the order of your preferences if they meet the admissions criteria. Information on the following points can be found in the How to Apply for a School Place guide. Does your child have siblings already at the school you're applying for? Remember to state them on your application if your child has got siblings at those preferred schools. The term siblings is set out in the guide. It does not include cousins. Are you planning to move house? You must state the address you're living at prior to the closing date. Your application will be processed using this address. Parents wishing to apply for a place at a faith school must understand which documents they may need to provide when making their application. Once you're happy with your application, remember to click Submit. Other things to consider. When identifying a preference, parents may wish to consider the following factors. Location. How will your child get there? Remember, any transport costs are usually the responsibility of the parents. Information on eligibility for school transport can be found in the How to Apply for School Place guide. Examination results are very important. They're an important factor in assessing a school's performance, however they do not represent the sum total of its achievements. To obtain a clearer view of a school's performance, parents may find it particularly helpful to check the school website and visit the school. Ask your child's views. They may have strong ideas about the school they would prefer to attend. All schools and academies have similar facilities. Look into whether the school has any unique specialist areas, quality and range of out-of-school activities or homework clubs. Are these relevant to your child's interests, such as sport, drama, music, or the Duke of Edinburgh Awards scheme? Are social events organised outside of school hours? When you visit the school or academy, are you made to feel welcome? Are the pupils and staff enthusiastic? Do you want your son or daughter to join siblings already attending the school? So, after you've made your application, an offer will be sent to you on National Offer Day. For high schools, this is the 1st of March, and for infant, primary and junior schools, the national offer date is the 16th of April. If the 1st of March and or 16th of April fall on a weekend or bank holiday, the offer day will be the next working day. The majority of offers are sent via email. For pupils who have not been allocated a place at their first preference school, a link will be available and you will receive the link when receiving the allocation results. This link will take you to a page which provides information on your options and how places were allocated at the oversubscribed schools. If you are unsuccessful in achieving any of your preferred schools, the following options are available. Your child will be placed on the waiting list for any of the schools that you applied for and did not achieve. You can change your child's school preferences or add preferences by making a late application. Parents can appeal for the school place by completing an online appeal form. To do this, visit the school admissions webpage, selecting Appeals, Policies and Arrangements, and then select the School Admissions Appeal Form. Detailed information about school appeals can be found on that page. You can only appeal for schools that you have applied for and did not achieve. If a place can be allocated at one of the preferred schools via the waiting list or as a change of preference, the original place allocated will be withdrawn and reallocated to another child. And finally, for more information, advice and support, check our website luton.gov.uk/school-admissions. Alternatively, you can email admissions@luton.gov.uk. Assistance is available in other languages. Please contact the Admissions Helpline on 01582 54 8016, Monday to Friday, 9 till 4 p.m. to access this service. If, following all of the information provided, you are unable to place an application without assistance, you can contact the Access to Education team by emailing accesstoeducation, or one word, at luton.gov.uk to make an appointment for support. We hope that you have found this video helpful.